I'm just tidying up from my last meeting. I won't be a moment. How are you?
Apprehensive.
I don't blame you.
Joyce, there's something in your tone.
Yes?
This really is important.
It's important enough for you to be reporting over my head direct to the managing partner.
You know something? I've never heard of NSAOS.
I'd keep that quiet if I were you.
Well, who are they?
Howard's wife thinks they are just about one of the most important organizations in the world of entertainment.
Really?
Anyhow, how's life in the big world outside?
Much the same as yesterday.
How's that architect you met the other week?
Stuart, he's a doctor, actually. I'm meeting him after work.
Oh, this won't take long. Going anywhere nice?
Playhouse and then for a meal.
Sounds lovely.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to it.
Well, you should be quite safe there. As my old mother used to say, how could a girl forget her pill when she could be under a doctor?
What's up?
Nothing.
You come storming in the front, straight out the back, and you say there's nothing up.
Go in, Michelle.
It's still damp.
My kids. There's not one of them fit to lick their boots, and they can say that to my kids.
Oh?
I should never have sent them there.
Where?
That school. Do you know what they've been saying to my kids?
What?
Jackson's dad's a jailbird. Half of them having godfathers. Gutter snipes, that's all they are.
So what are you going to do?
They're coming out. And they're going to stay out until George is out and all. And then I'm going to go down to that school with my head held high and blind the lot of them.
Hello, love.
What are you doing here?
Thanks, love. I've come to give you the lift home.
You're working.
It's all boxed up. How long are you going to be?
God knows the short staff.
Aren't they always nowadays?
I don't believe this.
What?
You never showed your face with the other three. It was get out in the bush, woman, and bring us a kid back.
Ah, well, this one's a bit special, isn't it? Anyway, you never know, I might get the taste for this and we can go in for another one.
Heather Havisham, Mrs. Drucker.
How do you do?
How do you do? Now I know why you spend so much time in the office.
I haven't filled Heather in on the details yet, Howard.
Oh, well, the NSAOS account has been with Hamilton and Devereux ever since I sat in Joyce's chair there, which is longer ago than I care to remember. And we always like to find one of our brightest people to look after our account.
Oh, I'm very flattered. NSAOS is very important in the entertainment business.
We like to think so.
Yes, I don't think Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer need be unduly worried, though.
What's next, then?
Blood pressure and weight.
Can we go, then?
No, then it's a blood test.
I thought you just had that.
That was a urine test.
What?
Midstream.
What do you mean?
Well, that's a sample you've got to give. Not the beginning, not the end, but the middle.
Well, when you start, you don't know when you're going to finish, do you?
No.
Well, how do you know when you're in the middle?
Shut up.
Oh, come on, how do you know? Oh, that's gay.
Don't you dare.
Has he got it in for me up there?
Will you just sit down for 5 minutes and have a cup of tea?
No. Oh, it was the calm before the storm, wasn't it? Everything going nice for once in our lives. And then bang. My husband in jail. Your fella practically a vegetable.
Marie.
Well, he is, isn't he? And my kids treated like lepers in a school I never wanted them to go to in the first place.
You're going to do yourself a damage if you go on like this.
They talk about a curse on the Kennedys. What about the Jacksons, eh?
Marie.
And the people who are doing it have got the cheek to give me down the banks. The copper that locked George up, Barry Grant, and now a bunch of scallies who are going to spend their lives on the dole calling my kid...
You need a rest. You're doing too much.
Well, who else is there to do it?
Go to Betty's. Keep the kids off school. Go to Betty's and have a rest.
What about you?
I'll manage.
Phone. Right, I'll go. But I'll go when Terry's on the mend. And I will have me rest. But when I come back, by God, I'm not going to rest again until my husband's out of that jail.
That was the hospital on the phone. Terry's out the coma.
You fed up?
Eh? No.
You can go if you like.
No, I'm all right. You all right?
Yeah,
What's up?
nothing.
Yes, it is. Now, come on, she.
Took my blood pressure 3 times.
Why is it up a bit?
Dunno. Probably just the nurse, only young. Probably didn't do it proper.
Yeah, well, he'd have told you, wouldn't he?
It'll be all right. Just me worrying.
Can we go after you've had this blood test?
Yeah, well, we've got to see the doctor, then we can go. You are fed up, aren't you?
No, it's just...
What?
It's all these kids, isn't it? They're only kids and they're having kids. This makes me feel like an old man.
I felt like Grandma Moses when I first started coming. You just get used to it.
So you're going to have to come back every week, then?
Well, I haven't got to. It's just best.
Did they say you've got to come back every week?
No, I just want to.
Well, why?
I just want to.
Well, there's nothing wrong, is there, Shirley?
No, there's nothing wrong. Go on, go and have a walk.
No.
Go on. I have to phone our Karen anyway.
What for?
Tell her we'll be another hour. She's doing the tea.
Oh, my God, we'll all end up in hospital.
The what? Oh, the North Sands Amateur Operatic Society, established 1937 and audited by Hamilton and Devereux ever since.
I'll leave you my phone number and Lynn Dearman's. She's the honorary treasurer. Has to be.
It's the only way she can get a part, because she sings like a fingernail on a blackboard.
Thanks.
Mind, don't tell her I said that, whatever you do. We've been friends for years.
Oh, I won't.
Well, they'll meet tonight anyway.
Oh, yes, of course.
Pardon?
Well, Hamilton and Devereux don't charge us a penny, but you'll get something out of it.
2 tickets for tonight's performance. The Pirates of Penzance.
Tonight?
We saved you 2.
Actually, it's a bit difficult tonight. Could I go another
Oh,
night?
you won't get it another night. It's a sellout. You'll enjoy it enormously. I promise you.
I'm sure I shall.
Fourth time, Beth. Fourth time it's been taken.
It was a little high last time. The nurse tells me your husband's with you.
Yes, he is.
I'd like to have a word with him as well.
Is there anything wrong, Doctor?
No, your blood pressure's just a little high, that's all.
It was high with the others as well.
Well, you were a bit fitter then.
Well, how high is it?
Honestly, I'm not over concerned, but... Well, I think it might be a good idea if you came in for a few days.
To stay in hospital?
For a rest. Say a week.
I've got a family, Doctor.
Mrs. Grant, the more your family depends on you, the more reason to get away for a few days. You need to rest.
I couldn't rest.
How old is your youngest?
16.
I'm sure this little one needs more looking after than a 16-year-old.
Mrs. Drucker thinks that you're charming. Well? You're obviously speechless. Your first big break, it can have such an effect.
The North Sands Amateur Operatic Society.
It's been the bane of my life for the last 6 years, trying to find someone to out their grubby little receipts for £1.80 for replenishing Santa's beer Christmas God knows when.
We don't even charge them.
No.
Why do we do it?
Well, he's the managing partner. Anyway, it's charity. We all like to do our bit. Kind of milk of magnesia for corporate indigestion.
The Pirates of Penzance.
You are going.
Oh, do I have any choice?
No?
Will it be any good?
Dreadful.
It's sold out.
Oh, other members, family, friends. one or two masochists.
Now, what am I going to tell Stuart?
Your doctor? Oh, it's a play about a private medical practice.
Set somewhere in Cornwall.
Oh, he'll have bought the tickets for the playhouse. Well, I'll use them if you like. I'm meeting someone myself tonight. I suppose that's as good a place as any.
Will they be in his name, Griffith?
Oh, you'll have much more fun.
You do have a weird sense of humour.
Enjoy yourself. Heather.
Yes?
Obviously, I had to find someone for that damn job, but I haven't totally landed you in it.
I'm afraid all the evidence would point to that.
Perhaps. But you will be working directly to the managing partner.
Think that's a good thing?
Oh, of course. Your chance to impress and all that.
The chance to impress is an inbuilt risk, Joyce.
What's that?
I may make a bad impression.
Do you think you will?
There's always a possibility.
Anyway, it's the North Thames Amateur Operatic Society, not Spielberg Enterprises. We'll have a drink sometime.
Yeah, let's do that. There's an office function next week.
Oh, I never go to those.
Or we can leave early if it's boring.
We'll be expected to bring our partners.
Is that a problem?
Afraid so. Slight problem.
What about this man tonight? You not drag him along?
Oh, now that definitely wouldn't make a good impression. No, we'll have a drink on our own sometime. Bye.
Why?
Doctor wants me to stay in for a few days.
Why?
Blood pressure's up.
Oh, well, if that's what he says.
He was up over the others.
I know, but you were a lot younger then, weren't you?
Anybody else says that to me, I'll floor him.
Come on, Shay, come on.
Sorry.
It must happen to loads of women. Probably just a precaution.
It's not that. I know this baby's going to be all right. I just know it. I've got a family, Bob.
Well, we can look after ourselves.
What, egg, chips and beans?
But she'd probably throw an house sausage in now and again. Oh, come on. You've left us on our own before, haven't you?
Yeah, well, that was different. Our Damon wasn't on the dole, and our Barry...
Go on, our Barry what?
Our Barry wasn't in hospital.
He'd be out of hospital before you were. I don't know. He's done nothing but worry us for years. And even now, while you're like this, he's still at it.
I'm not worrying about him.
Oh, I'm sure you're not.
Sorry to have kept you.
It's all right, Doctor.
Thank you. Mrs. Grant's told you?
Yeah.
She needs looking after. You and the family are just going to have to realise that.
I wanted to stay in, Doctor.
Oh, I'm sorry. A rise in blood pressure is quite common.
He knows.
Has Mrs. Grant been worrying over anything lately?
Yeah, but you don't need to worry about it, Doctor. Won't happen again.
Think I'd better go away.
Celia's gone to see you. Some people never learn.
Yeah, well, you'll be all right here, Millie. He can't talk back.
How is he?
Can't talk.
How are you, Terry?
Can hear you.
Can you hear me? Oh, God love him.
Has the doctor been? Well, why not? Terry.
Oh, God love him.
Terry.
Hey, come on, it's all right. He's only gone to sleep. They always do that when they first come round.
Will you bring me white cotton one in as well?
Yes.
That way I can wash one and still have one to wear.
Why don't you supply them anymore?
Hospital nighties. I'm not wearing them.
Well, you did over our Damon.
Only because my own was a disgrace. We were skint. Oh, and tell our Karen not to tell the butcher that I'm in hospital, otherwise he'll palm her off with anything. And it's still fish on Friday, tell her.
Yes.
Bob, it's over and done with.
Yeah.
What are you thinking of doing?
I'm going to talk to him.
Bob.
Sheila, you need to tell him.
When?
Tonight.
Celia's going in tonight.
Well, that doesn't matter. It won't take long.
Can't you wait till he comes out of hospital at least?
No.
Well, what good's it gonna do?
It's going to make me feel a lot better.
Oh, yeah, make you feel a lot better.
Sheila, for God's sake, it's him that's making you feel ill.
What are you doing right now?
Look, is that ready?
Yeah. You see Father Daly, will you ask him if he can spare a few minutes on Sunday? They've got priests here, but they're the one I know. Please don't see our Barry.
Is everything here?
Please.
Sheila, I don't want to argue about it anymore because it's not doing you any good, okay?
Well, it's doing me no good worrying about it. If you don't see him, I won't worry. Leave it till he comes out.
Oh, all right.
Promise.
Promise.
What do you want?
Just wait until you two go,
Why?
so I can go and sit with them.
Fancy the nurse, do you?
Yeah, all right.
Well, he's unconscious again anyway.
Was that when you went in, was it? One look at you, did he go straight out?
Funny.
Yeah, isn't it? Look, Marie. I know you aren't going to believe this.
Go on.
Well, I know Georgie's innocent. I'm sorry for what I said to you, all right?
You're right. I don't believe it. Hey,
What now?
if you're really sorry, prove it.
How am I going to do that?
Get McCardle. Tell the coppers that McCardle did that.
I think you're the one whose brain's damaged, Marie, do you know?
Right on cue.
Hi.
Have a good day.
Do you know, I'm not quite so sure. And you?
Oh, over the past couple of days, I have become an expert on the effects of bangers going off in kids' pockets. Same every year, same firework lunacy. I need a drink.
Oh, well, we'll get one on the way.
Ah,
What's wrong?
I've got a confession to make.
Yeah?
I couldn't get the tickets. Every time I phoned, it was engaged, and when I did get through, sold out. What's so funny? That's so funny.
This afternoon, I swore I'd get even with someone, and I am. Because right now, that person's queuing up at the Playhouse demanding tickets in the name of Stuart Griffiths. It's a long story, I'm sorry. What was your plan B?
Soft lights, slow music, and a diminishing bottle of booze. I could do without the slow music. I could even do without the soft lights.
Without all three, I'm afraid. There won't even be a bar where we're going.
Where's that?
To see the North Sands Amateur Operatic Society's version of The Pirates of Penzance.
You're joking.
Stuart, I wish I was.
We don't need to go that far. The Hospital Drama Society are doing Gilbert and Sullivan. Everyone's doing Gilbert and Sullivan these days.
Why?
We've had a copyright for one thing. Oh, tell me you're joking.
All right, I'm joking. It's a play about a private medical practice, set somewhere in Cornwall.
You okay then? I'm gonna miss you, you know.
Will you?
Of course I will.
I'll miss you. I hate sleeping on my own.
So do I. Mind you, I think I'll get someone in while you're away.
You won't, you know. I'm not having any mess on my bedroom carpet.
Hey?
Well, she'd have to have a guide dog, wouldn't she?
I'll see you, eh?
See you. Forget about our Barry for now, love.
I've promised you, haven't I? Ta-ra.
Ta-ra.
You going out tonight?
No.
Why not?
No one to go with, is there?
You and Michelle?
You're joking. Michelle's worried sick.
Yeah, well, you'll be all right now.
Barry, have you told the police?
Did you bring us anything?
No.
It's a bit tight, isn't it?
There wasn't any time. Have you?
Have a what?
Told the police.
No. Well, if they kill us next time...
If you told the police, there wouldn't be a next time.
You're joking, aren't you?
If you don't, it's all going to happen again.
You mean if I do, it's all going to happen again, don't you?
How could it? They'd lock him up. He couldn't get to you.
You just pay someone else to do it for him. Look, you're asking me to tell the police about McCardle. You might as well hit me over the head with a sledgehammer.
We can't run a business with the likes of McCardle breathing down our necks.
Yeah, so we just ignore him and he'll leave us alone.
You know Ted Palmer?
Yeah.
He came round to fix the shop up.
Did he?
He said he'd always been involved with the likes of McCardle, and you always will.
Yeah, well, tell him I'll take his flaming head off next time you see him, will you?
What now? That's all you know, isn't it? Someone says something you don't like and your only answer's a threat.
Yeah, well, that's all Teddy Palmer understands.
You're as bad as McCardle.
Oh, give it a rest, will you? Come take a walk, Celia. You're supposed to be cheering me up.
I've got thousands wrapped up in that business. I'm not just going to let it slide.
Is that all you're thinking about, eh? Money?
You're a hypocrite and a half, you are. The only thing that got you involved with McCardle in the first place was money. Easy money. And it's through that I'm going to lose mine.
Oh, change the subject, will you? Try asking how I am. That's what you're supposed to do when you come into hospital to visit someone, you know.
Everyone says you're going to be fine, I've asked. Oh, I better go.
You've only just got here.
It's no use me staying if we're going to fight.
You're the one that's fighting. Where's Michelle?
She's with Terry.
Suppose she's got a cob on with me.
What do you think?
Well, it was his fault. He was the one that wanted to tell the busies, you know.
You've led him by the nose for years. Michelle knows that. Even I know that. He's half dead now because of you.
Well, what would you rather be, eh? Would you rather me be in intensive care, eh?
You would, wouldn't you? No. Look, me and Michelle talked for hours yesterday. It turns out that when we heard one of you was in intensive, she was praying it was you and I was praying it was Terry. So no, I wouldn't want to see you down there and him up here. But it would have been a hell of a lot fairer that way. I'm going to go and see him.